Hello everybody, welcome to Soundwaves, London's access to music. I'm Suzanne Webster, and with me as always is Nora Seed. The bands on tonight's show are both fairly well known in the London area. One of them hails from the Hamilton-Waterloo area, but the other is from right here at home in London. Kickstand Travolta is out gigging almost every weekend. Soundwaves caught up to them recently at Call the Office.
It's been out for a little while. How's that doing? Charting? Getting airplay?
Yeah, it's
pretty steady around number 12, 13 on CHRW.
Made it up to number 3, which was the best one. The best it's ever done.
Yeah.
Actually, it jumped from 33 to 3 in 1 week, I think, which was
first was cool because we had a show booked that weekend. So it's like all going to
on the out-of-town shows because I think everyone's seen us in London now, and it's not that London isn't fun because they're obviously our best audience because we're here the most and they've seen us here the most. But
time to get a following somewhere else too. It's time for other people to hear about it and get the word out to other towns. I think
if we can, we'd really like to tour Canada this summer, but we'll see. It's kind of hard to do. So.
How did the band get its name?
This guy.
Well, it's not my name, but I had a series of celebrity dreams about a year ago or something like that.
Year and a half ago.
And it was when I first started working at a record store, and I was really sort of concentrating on getting to know the stock, so I'd be looking through these discs all day, and I'd have certain faces stick in my head and stuff. And the one dream I met Neil Young in a pawn shop. We were admiring this alarm clock that was made out of a Les Paul guitar. And I ran into Mick Jagger at a Burger King, and he was telling me about this new giant-sized Blueberry Ghost that they were going to take on tour for the next tour. And then I had this dream about I was riding my banana seat bike around, and I'm a kid again, come up to the side of my house, park it, and I went to put down the kickstand, and John Travolta was miniaturized, sort of holding my bike like this. Seemed to fit.
Short run, like maybe 100, 200 copies, maybe CDs, maybe cassettes, who knows.
Yeah. Live off the stage here.
Taped here.
Hopefully.
Are you bringing in like a little mobile studio? Or
We're bringing in Tony. Tony, come over right here. Come and make an appearance, because we just said you're going to be recording our live thing here. That's all right. Come on.
We're just going to do it live to Dad off the board, and no overdubs, no anything, no mixing of any kind, except for the board mix.
Somewhere between 4 to 6 tunes.
Yeah, bunch of new songs.
New stuff. Yeah.
Okay. You were starting to tell me about who writes the songs and how the songs evolve.
Well,
in the past, yeah, it's been Rob and I mainly writing
right.
songs.
And then we present them to everyone else, and they flesh out their own parts.
And there are other songs where the whole band
Change the
collaborates,
style of the tune.
and it's totally a band effort.
Yeah, and now I think more than before, it's more of a band effort because we're more familiar with one another, and we're not just, when we started the band, we weren't as close as we are now. We definitely, we weren't friends before the band started.
I wouldn't
really,
sit on his lap before.
Yeah,
We were just
we didn't really know one another, but over the last
Just
year and a
some
half, we've gotten to know one another pretty well.
We had to because we were in the band and everything.
Yeah.
I think that, when we first started out, we needed a bass to sort of build on, right?
We didn't really need a bass. We needed keyboards and drums.
I'm not talking about the instrument.
Always talking about your bass, yeah.
Yeah.
We just needed me.
Yeah, we just needed me. We needed
bass.
You need a
A
foundation.
bass player.
Yeah, foundation. We needed a foundation of material, and with Rob,
These guys had
Barrett,
a whole whack of stuff.
Yeah, they had
500 songs or
Truckloads,
something,
yeah.
acoustically between the two of them.
now that we sort of have the foundation, it's easier to we can spend more time sort of collaborating all together.
And experimenting.
And our
more.
style also is solidified a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Just
what
the
kind of
fact-
style is it? What would you
Folk
define?
rock, funk.
Folk
Yeah.
rock funk.
I guess you'd say that. But the
All the
thing is that
grooves.
Yeah, all the grooves.
it's weird because every song seems to take on some different genre. Every genre is a hurdle, and
We had interviews where we were in a metal band and stuff.
yeah, and we're just trying to jump them all.
Notice a big music community in London, I find.
Mhm,
The
I was going
bands-
to ask you about
The
that.
bands do group together, and you get a little bit of power in numbers that way. And there's labels out like Sonic Onion and Sabertooth that are just basically a bunch of guys from other bands
And
getting
Bubblegum.
together.
Some
And
dudes.
Bubblegum Records and all those sorts of things. And we're seeing a lot more independent labels are coming up now that are just to give a solid foundation to help you build.
Is this full-time work for everyone, or do we have day jobs?
We wish.
Some of us do, some of us don't. Some of us are unemployed and scraping right now, but hopefully it'll become full-time quite soon. I'd really love to just play music and do nothing else and be able to pay my rent and pay my bills, but right now we can't.
Full-time
because-
effort without the full-time money.
Yeah, exactly.
time we have for this week's show. Soundwaves is always happy to hear your comments. Call our response line at 672-1313. Till next time, watch for the wave breaking near you.
Rogers Community 13 would like to hear your response to the previous program. Call the Rogers Community 13 response line at 672-1313 to have your comment recorded.